maybe they're not so... Still a chicken though. I killed a chicken again. He doesn't look as good as the Bob. Wow, this guy is good at building.
Amazing.
Me and you outside Buckingham Palace. What am I doing? I'm literally watching all my videos while crouching on a couch and complimenting myself. I really need to get a life. At this point, you're probably wondering, what is the point of this intro? The real answer is, there isn't one. I just couldn't think of anything to do today. So I messaged SeaPeeKay, asking him to give me a challenge. Welcome back to Challenge Me! And SeaPeeKay said, okay, so it's Adventure Time based. I would like to see the treehouse and Lady Rainicorn's house, and if possible, a giant Finn with a sword, with me on his back, piggyback style, also with a sword, and Jake with a bow and arrow on my back. Essentially a human dog tower in the middle of an Adventure Time scenario, please. And you know what I said? I said, no Callum, that's ridiculous, and we ended the video. Just kidding, let's get building. Wait, but quickly, at the start of my last video, I asked people to subscribe for once. I normally don't do this. And guess what? It worked. So being the greedy boy I am, let's try it again. Please subscribe. Love you. I'll start building now. So I have watched some Adventure Time episodes, but it was so long ago I've forgotten completely what every other building looks like other than the infamous treehouse, of course. So I googled Lady Rainicorn's house and I found this picture, and there's actually a couple of different versions of it, but I just went off the one in this picture as it looked bright and beautiful in comparison to some others. Now I'm going to be honest, I did not decorate the inside of the treehouse or this house here because it would have just taken way too long. Like literally would have taken me 3 or 4 days worth of building, and after a while I was building something, you just get very bored and tired, so it's kind of fun to just change it up constantly and build different parts of the build. And there isn't much choice with this build here, as it is all just one small little thing which would have taken forever to do, especially when there's some tricky bits like building this glass shaped heart window on the roof which is curved. Very interesting to build, but once I've done it once I can just copy and paste it round and build it a few other times with ease. Now I'm not sure if this is to scale whatsoever, as it's kind of hard to tell what the scale is in Adventure Time, as it is a cartoon land which has no actual scale. For all I know, Jake and Finn could be like 10 foot high, when in fact they could only be 1 foot high, so it's kind of hard to gather what it's going to look like. But it was very fun to build this barn, despite the curvy nature of it, which looks very weird in Minecraft, but can be done using the Chisel and Bits mod. Plus, if you're wondering how I get my circles, I actually use a circle chart, which I'll put on the screen here, and that really helps when I'm making these sort of curved edges and stuff like that. Also, I didn't actually use any brick texture in this house. I went for a more cartoon sort of look, as it is a cartoon after all, by making the sort of like red splotches of brick instead, kind of like how it is in the picture I showed you earlier. And you'll see I went for a very similar effect with the treehouse later on. Also, you'll notice in the photos that the Adventure Time world is like very hilly, so I actually tried to make it a little bit hilly. I probably should have done this before I started building this, but instead I'm a big dummy and had to make it afterwards, which meant that it didn't look as good as if I'd just sorted out the terrain earlier. But I also added in this weird tower thing, which I'm not entirely sure what that is, but it's got like a weird cage on the top, which I add in right now, plus the bridge and the stream. And in fact, on the other side is where we're going to start work on the treehouse after I've added in a load of scenery and trees. Now, the treehouse is probably not to scale in any way. It's probably a little bit too small, and I kind of did this because I didn't want to spend hours detailing a massive treehouse, which, to be honest, I've already done in the past. I've already built the Adventure Time treehouse. I've actually done it twice. Originally for my house in a Crazy Craft, and then once again when Lizzie and I did the Crazy Craft Versus, I actually built the treehouse once more, and I didn't really want to build it again, but I did want to build it in a lot of detail, so that's what I did right here. I used the Chisel and Bits mod, so these are actually small quarter blocks instead of the regular big Minecraft block. And I wanted to make the little hut bit at the bottom there look more like it does in the TV show, with like all these weird angles popping out of it and stuff, and cactuses growing out of it, which I add in later. Don't worry, there are going to be cacti. Whereas in the past I was pretty lazy and just made it a standard normal building. And you can see here that I went for the cartoony effect also by just using concrete to build it, so it's nice and bright and colourful rather than just you giving it a bark texture, and leaves as well, because I wanted it to look like it is from a cartoon. And normally when I'm building stuff, I'll go through it bit by bit and build little sections and detail that section, but with this one I decided to build the entire outline outline of the thing first, then go through it afterwards and start doing the detail in which I'm started now, adding the flag, adding the basket of eggs. I also put it on top of a hill because that's what it is in the TV show, and then added some hills around it to make it look like it was on a hilly sort of terrain. Well, it doesn't really look like that, it just kind of looks like it's in the middle of a moat, which is not really accurate, but I tried my best with what I had, okay? I realized halfway through as well that I got some of the branches in the wrong place because it's kind of hard to look at a 2D image and then see it in a 3D atmosphere, and I kind of struggled and messed it up a little bit, but I did add in everything kind of accurately, and from the front, it looks kind of like the photo. And I want to take a second and talk about this umbrella. My gosh, this umbrella was the most annoying thing to build. It was so fiddly, it was using just single 16-bit blocks from the Chisel and Bits mod, and it took me about 45 minutes to build, which was such a pain. It was so fiddly, I hated it, and once I was finished, I was like, I know it looks too small still, I'm just gonna stop, I can't be bothered anymore, it's driving me insane. And here you can see me adding in the final details, the sort of like walkway around the top, plus all the cacti, which I just used some green carpet wool from the Chisel mod for, plus some trees around the outside. And then we moved on to the statue that Callum suggested, which I kind of altered. He wanted Finn holding a sword and him holding a sword as well. I went for a sort of different sort of statue. Also, he wanted just Jake on his back, but I decided to change that up a little bit. And honestly, don't ask me why I put like some hills around him. I'm not sure why. I think I was trying to hide it from the rest of the build so it wouldn't stand out, but then it was too tall anyway to hide, so I couldn't really do that. Especially as I made Callum with his arms up in the air, and then I turned Jake into a balloon, as he can transform into whatever he wants. So I thought a balloon would be quite fun. And then finally we added in the sort of like route around the park. I added like a little sort of ride to it where you stop at for different sections and you have a look around, and then finally a little water boat ride to the final tower. But now it's time to go show Callum around. I'm excited, I hope he is as well. So Callum, here we are on the Challenge Me server. Are you excited to see what I've built?
I'm very, very excited because it was a bit outlandish, really, wasn't it? So
It was. It took a while, so thanks for that. But let's head over to here where we can enter. It's not really a ride, it's more just a way to get to each thing as they're so big and crazy. So if you'd like to take a mic out of the chest.
I would love to. Well, that's nice because this was thrown in at the end. There was a couple of things thrown in as if you can,
yeah.
if it's possible. I don't know how much you could actually do here, so
It's fine. That's fine. You can head on first. I'll let you go, and then I'll follow.
Oh, I'm quick.
Yeah, it's a bit quick because we come to a stop in a second.
Oh, perfect.
But
my goodness.
If you look to your left, here.
That's
have
so good.
the Adventure Time house, the tree house. You can get out, you don't worry. Have a little walk around. This is an interactive build here. We can explore.
Okay, I'm excited.
So there's actually nothing inside. It's just empty. There's a door though. You can.
This looks insane.
It's pretty detailed. We've got. I went for the cartoon style, as you can see. The cacti are really spiky, so apart from that, everything is looking pretty similar to how it looks in the cartoon.
I'm super impressed, honestly.
Thank you. It's kind of hard to build things that are originally 2D because around the back it's just plain, as there's no picture of it on the back, so it's just from the front.
You know why I didn't feel so bad about this? I figured this was quite similar to the old Crazy Craft tree, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is, except I decided to rebuild it entirely, and this one's a lot smaller and has a lot more detail on it as well.
I like it very, very much. I like my little ship up here.
Oh, careful, you might see the rest of the stuff. Quick, come back down again, don't spoil it.
I would never. Okay, and this is this next stop?
Next stop, unless you've already got the same minecart from last time.
Oh, I do still have the same one.
I'll just use that one then.
Off we go.
Over to the next building you requested.
Oh, yes.
Lady Rainicorn's house, which I didn't even know she had a house, to be honest. I've not watched too much of the TV show, but we can head across the bridge here.
Oh my goodness me.
So I have literally no idea if the scaling is right or wrong or what.
I think it's pretty good, actually.
Okay, that's good. We've got like the whole house around the back, this weird chimney thing made out of different stone.
Okay, honestly, like the like weird like bendy roof blocks and stuff are tripping me out. It's weird seeing it built like this.
Yeah, I built them all bit by bit. It's all done by little blocks entirely. Yeah, it's.
I'm so sorry.
The roof took like an hour, so thanks for pointing it out. Glad you actually pointed it out. There's actually this bit behind as well. This was part of the photo. I'm not entirely sure what it is. This big tower thing.
Oh yeah, it's like a little additional windmill thing. I wasn't sure if it was gonna get thrown in, to be fair, but you definitely get bonus points. Yeah, I like it a lot.
Thank you. And then finally, we've got a little boat. Oh yes, we've got all sorts of transport. I'll take the
I'm
front one, I'll lead
excited.
the way.
Yeah, of course. I don't want to get lost.
Yeah, well, you can't get lost. It's a single stream, so
Is it
don't
one
worry.
way? Yeah.
And also, at some points, it's a bit wavy. So just ignore that.
Oh, that's fine. I'm sure we'll get through it. Was this man-made as well?
This was man-made. Yes, the stream
Wow.
was man-made. Everything's man-made. This is a flat world.
Is it really?
Yeah, yes. If you scroll up, we can look around. It's all a flat world.
Oh,
Everything is flat.
What?
Yeah. So yeah,
Oh, that's ridiculous.
and then finally, I kind of altered this one a little bit. You can actually fly up and
Okay.
have a look around. It's probably a bit easier.
Oh.
To make it a bit funky. So there's no swords. I'm sorry about that. But Jake is
That's
a balloon.
okay. This is absolutely incredible. Jake is a balloon.
I thought I'd make it a bit interesting rather than just adding a sword in. So yeah.
Oh my god. I look adorable.
Yeah, well, I forgot to add in your sunglasses and shorts, so sorry about
That's
that. You'll have
okay.
to do just a bear.
I often piggyback naked anyway, it's fine.
Yeah, that's good.
Jake is a balloon is such a nice touch. Honestly, I'm more than impressed.
Thank you.
This is huge. Like, now I realize, so what I did was I quickly went back through and looked at what everyone else like asked for.
Yeah.
Because let's see what it's like. And it's just like, yeah, this doesn't seem like too much. Now that I look at it, Joel, it seems like it's too much.
Yeah,
So
it's a lot.
thank you for the dedication to this.
It's not as big as Lizzie's, which was ridiculous, but that was the first one, and I sort of like tamed it down a bit from there.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. So thank you for coming along and looking at it. Is the challenge complete, Callum?
I would consider this challenge complete. I can move in here now, right?
Yeah, sure. Have fun.
Perfect. Thanks. Bye. Bye, Joel.
Bye. See you in a bit. So there you have it, guys. Another challenge complete. I hope you guys enjoyed looking around this build as well, and make sure to leave a like and comment if you did, and also suggest some people I can ask to send me a challenge in those comments too. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.